The first spell is the Multiplying Elemental Blast Twister. So what this basically does is it does this. So it shoots out a bunch of these stuff, and it's like a Nova Bomb, and it just spawns these little hydras on the floor when the spell is done casting. So moving on, we've got the Umbral. I don't know how you pronounce that, but I think that's how you do it. But what this basically does is like the Buffmeister. It actually increases your damage. So basically it's like a Buffmeister but with a different name. Next up we have the Glacial Cascade Twister. So which is basically the Ice Spike spell with a dark magic element, but also with increased projectiles. This is actually pretty cool, and I always use this spell when I'm like doing solo chaos chambers, just to have some fun. And basically I just have to press the spellcast button and it just kills all the things in that encounter. Now, this spell is actually quite interesting. It is actually this. So at first it was a dark magic spell, and I just modified it to be a poison spell. You hold it and it just deals a lot of area damage. So we just drop this back down the floor. Next up we have the Sigil spell. This spell is pretty straightforward, and you do this and you just this Sigil area thing just deals a lot of damage. Just one shots every single enemy that is in this little area right here. Alright, so next up we have the Marshmallow spell with the dark magic element. Now for this spell I'm not really going to cast it because it will just lag the lobby, but basically it's just a lot of marshmallows with 586 projectiles, each dealing 24,000 damage. It's actually pretty straightforward, and this spell actually lags the whole lobby, so I'm not going to do it right now, but it's actually pretty cool. Now we have the Barrel Maker. It's actually similar to the Marshmallow spell that I just talked about. It actually lags the lobby also, and for this it has 616 projectiles, each dealing approximately 14,000 damage. And this is also pretty cool. Also with a 100% crit chance, so every single hit you'll be hitting a crit hit on an enemy. Now next up we have the Prolonging Ice Spike spell. Basically this happens throwing out 63 projectiles. Now this has only the cryo element. I might add some more elements in this spell maybe in the future. And now we have the Buffmeister, and which is actually the Buffmeister, but this just increases a lot of your damage, and it lasts for 432 seconds. Now the last thing is the Haunting Hydra, which is also the Pixie spell. So this is the spell. Drop it. Okay, it actually deals all 5 elements. I also have a Pixie, which is pretty cool. So you can see it lags the lobby, but not too much compared to the Marshmallow spell. And this actually happens, and at the end these Pixie will just explode on their own.